2011. 8:55:55. Lane 1 at the bottom of your screen and lane number 8 at the top of your screen. Once again, Mustafi 1, Cohen 2, Giller 3, Smith, our top seed coming in, is in 4, Dant, our defending champions, in 5, Waters in 6, Hernandez Tome in 7, and Fallon in lane number 8. So Chris Smith will be off to Notre Dame. He was second in this event last year. We're going to look for some fast times tonight. From what I hear from the coaches, these gentlemen are all in good shape, ready to go, shaved and tapered for this 1,000. So right there you have Smith, followed by Waters. So Smith's out in 50.55, just about a tenth off of Nick Caldwell's record. He was out in 50.45. So it's Smith and then Waters. And Waters will be off to the Naval Academy this fall from Somerset Valley. Still Smith at the 150, followed by Waters and then Dant. This will be a crunch between, I think, at this point, the way it looks, going to be Giller in 3, Smith in 4, Ross Dant in 5 from Hickory, and Ryan Waters up in 6. Robbie Giller he'll be off to the University of Virginia, where he'll be a Cavalier. He was 8th in this event last year. He's right down here in lane number 3. They'll be battling it out at 250 mark there. At 2:11, Ryan Waters takes over. So again, he'll be down at the Naval Academy. Great program down in Annapolis. What an honor for that young man. Right now out of Somerset Valley. So you've got those top 3. Ross Dant in the middle. We keep an eye on him. I mentioned he was a defending champion last year. He was not defending champion. He was second last year for Ross Dant. Chris Smith was second. Dant was 4th last year, my fault. So we'll see these gentlemen. Here comes Giller moving up now. Look at this. You're not going to see much better than this in the 1,000. You were watching those NCAA championships. That 1650 and 500 were amazing for those men. Distance swimming is back in this country, even here in Greensboro, North Carolina, at our YMCA National Short Course Championships. So now Giller's moved into second. Dant is in first as they're battling their way up to the 450 mark. Keep your eye on Robbie Giller. Robbie Giller, I believe, won the 1,000 at long course a couple of years ago. So it's Dant followed by Giller. Dant at 4:01:21, Giller at 4:01:37. And they'll move up to that 500 split momentarily. That split was 4:26:43. So right now, Giller and Dant. Dant and Giller. Waters in 3rd. And Smith in 4th. So there's your 500 split. Dant at 4:28:35. Giller at 4:28:67. So they're just less than 2 seconds off that national record pace of 8:55.55, but they could go under 9 minutes. So Dant last year 4th. See where he is on his splits from last year. He's at 4:55.30 right now. He was 5:00.22, so he's about 5 seconds ahead of his pace last year. Giller was 5:06.06 last year. And here comes Ross Dan at 5:22.39. Robbie Giller at 5:23.42. And then Ryan Waters at 5:24.74. So Dant trying to move out in front of everybody right now, and he is. He's got almost a body length on Giller and a couple body lengths on Ryan Waters. So Dan at 5:49.39 from Hickory. He was 5:56, so he's going to be right around that 9-minute mark. Giller trying to chase him down. Giller going to be off to University of Virginia this fall. Pretty good turn there for Giller. Let's see where their splits are. Giller 27.31, Dan at 27.13. So when their feet hit the pads down here, they'll be 30 lengths in. That's 7:50. Dant trying to pull away, 26.96. Giller 27.05, so they're picking it up, and they're breaking away from the field. Waters in third. We'll see what these splits look like in this last 200. We'll have 200 to go. Dant 27.25. Giller picks up 5/100. He's at 27.20. So Caldwell's record was 7:09.12, and we're only about a second off of that right now. So Dant, talking with his coach John Jolly last night, big hopes, trying to pull in a national record. That record's back in 2011 when we were back down in Florida in an outdoor pool. So it's all Ross Dant right now here in the men's 1,000. Night number 1, YMCA Short Course Swimming Championships. So Dant 8:04.84. About a second just up off of that pace. So we'll see him under 9 minutes. Robbie Giller trying to get underneath that 9-minute mark also. He's got to finish strong. He's got to put his legs into it. And here comes the bell lap. Last 50 for Ross Dant. Trying to move up from 4th last year into 1st. Giller from 8th last year into 2nd. And Ryan Waters still in 3rd. But here comes Ross Dant. Pushing for home. Here's Giller. And here comes Ross Dant, and he'll be at 8:57.64, and Giller at 9:01.12. Nice swim for Ross Dant from Hickory, North Carolina. Goes under the mark of 9. That's a pool record, I believe, also for Ross Dant. So Ross Dant from Hickory, North Carolina now owns the pool record ever, fastest ever in this pool for the men's 1,000, followed by Robbie Giller and then Ryan Waters. Dant finishing up that last 50 at 25.77.